Please welcome to the stage College Now's Board Chair, Mike Cogan, and President and incoming CEO, Dr. Michelle Scott Taylor.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bags and Bourbon. Thank you for joining us tonight and for your continued support of College Now. It's wonderful to see how this event has grown over the past 6 years. Together, through your generosity, we've raised $1.65 million through past Bags and Bourbon events. And every dollar goes directly to our mentoring program, which has been a huge success. We certainly believe this is one of the most enjoyable and impactful fundraisers in our community, and I hope you have a wonderful time tonight. This year's event carries even more meaning as we prepare for an important transition at College Now. It's a little bittersweet. As we reflect on the end of one era, and we celebrate the exciting beginning of another. Tonight marks the final major event for our CEO, Lee Friedman, who will retire at the end of the year. Lee's leadership has left an indelible mark on education in Northeastern Ohio. College Now has grown into a vital organization that serves roughly 38,000 individuals per year to attain the education they need to fulfill their career goals. And of course, none of this would be possible without people like you, whose belief in our mission fuels our success. Your support enables us to create opportunities for students, invest in their potential, and shape a brighter future for our community. I'll speak more about Lee's remarkable legacy later in the program, but I want to take a moment to highlight one of her greatest accomplishments: building an outstanding leadership team. For all of Lee's attributes, she has the special ability to recognize and nurture talent. Lee's first hire at College Now was Dr. Michelle Scott Taylor, who has been an important part, yes. Michelle has been an important part of our growth and our strategy for the past 14 years. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce College Now's current president and incoming CEO, Dr. Michelle Scott Taylor. I'm still talking. Come on up. Michelle is the perfect person to take the baton from Lee and carry College Now into the future. Michelle.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Mike, thank you for your invaluable support, guidance, and leadership during this significant transition in College Now's history. I appreciate you, and I love your humor. Your jokes always set me at ease. Tonight, while you are here to support our phenomenal mentoring program, which helps countless individuals across our region get through their higher education path, I'm here to thank Lee. Lee has been a mentor to me for the past 14 years. She is truly one of one. And for my hip hop heads, she is her. Okay, y'all picked up what I was putting down. I'm truly humbled to be able to steward this organization's future and build on this foundation we've created. Our success is a testament to Lee's visionary leadership and steady guidance of a dedicated board and the tireless efforts of one of the most committed teams in Northeast Ohio, who tonight will make sure you are well taken care of. I thank our staff and I appreciate everything you all do. When I first joined College Now 14 years ago, it was hard to believe that there was an organization that really helped people figure out what they want to do with themselves, and on top of it, give scholarship dollars. We added the mentoring program because we realized that students from low-income backgrounds or who were the first to go off to college needed a lot of help, like me. But what impressed me most about the then Cleveland Scholarship Program was Lee Friedman. She is a true entrepreneur. She is passionate, and I could just feel how much she wanted to make a difference and an impact in our community. She has mentored me throughout these 14 years, and she has no idea of the many ways she's done it, from helping me think about high schools for my children, to husbands, and how to navigate through Cleveland beautiful fabric, which is through collaboration and partnership. We do things together, and she is really the person that exemplifies that. Lee, I look forward to continuing to learn from you, to watch you, to how you move, to cheer for you every step of the way. I could not have asked for a better boss, mentor, and forever friend. Hold on, I'm getting emotional. I am gonna make you proud. And more importantly, we are gonna continue to help our community and help the people in our community. I wanna thank you all for being here tonight, for your generosity, and for believing really in the power of higher education. Your presence tonight reflects the spirit of community and commitment that makes our mission possible. I really hope you enjoy the evening, celebrate with us, and feel proud about the difference we are gonna make together. Thank you.
So College Now is the first college access organization in the nation. We were started in 1967. Many, many years later, we are now still one of the largest college access organizations in the country.
So what I would say College Now does, particularly here in the Cleveland metro area, is making sure all of our scholars in the city have a plan after high school and supporting scholars with fulfilling that plan. So how are you going to pay for college? How do you choose your major? How do you make sure that the activities you're doing in high school are making you a very strong applicant? College Now supports all of that.
But then to look at it from a macro level and look at what employers in this region are looking for and the kind of talent acquisition that they are trying to put forth. How do we figure out how we can make sure that we provide a pathway for these young people to get into these corporations that have good paying jobs, buy homes, live in our city? It starts with having mediators and people that can help build those pathways like College Now.
College Now serves 33,000 adults and high school students a year. They help people figure out what is the best match for them.
My major is computer science with a minor in math and psychology. Without College Now, I would have been completely lost on exactly what I wanted to do for my major and also what college I wanted to go to.
I did have a mentor once I was graduating going to Case Western. I feel like he really opened my eyes to the legal field, not just in this is what you do, you study this, you talk about this, but also the business side, what it's like to be a lawyer, what it's like to be in a law firm.
We're going beyond just a college application. We want to make sure that they're ready to be adults and are able to be successful in college.
Often, we are in schools and community-based organizations where students are the first in their families to go to college.
It wasn't until I really had that assistance and having that advisor that could sit down with me and talk about this stuff that it became real. Because the future doesn't feel real until you can make that plan.
College Now is really needed because a lot of people drop out of college because they feel alone and they feel like they don't have the support that they need to continue on.
That's why we're here. And we think every human being should have that opportunity. And we don't want barriers such as cost or lack of resources or poor advising to be a reason why a person doesn't reach their full potential.
CMSD grew our college application percentage by 8 percentage points. And 61% of seniors in the graduating class of 2024 applied to at least one college, and we had over 900 college application acceptances. This is evidence in proof points that College Now is working.
What makes College Now special is that you actually see results in the people who are coming out of the program.
Without College Now, I don't really think I would have gone to a school like Case Western. It's the reason I'm able to say I have a degree. It's the reason I'm able to say I can go home and pay the bills, feed my family.
You can see measurable results. When you look at there are statistics. When you look at the advocacy and the lobbying efforts at the state level to advocate for the needs of the children.
I would say that they are one of the most high-performing organizations in the city of Cleveland.
So part of our plan is how do we increase the number of people that we serve, getting them the right things that they need at the right time so that they can go off and do the wonderful things they want to do.
I've probably seen and worked with thousands of students at this point who have gone on to do great things. The work we're doing is bigger than a small moment in a student's life. It's making an impact beyond what any of us can see in this moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mayor Justin Bibb from the City of Cleveland and Cuyahoga County Executive Chris Ronayne.
Good evening. First, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge former Mayor Frank Jackson, who's here with us this evening. Mayor Jackson, we have made so many strides over the last decades in terms of educational excellence for young people all across our city. And that foundation was made possible by the strong political leadership of Mayor Jackson. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your service to our great city. Now, I've had the privilege of knowing Lee since I was a ripe 23 years old, working for the county. I had come back from Washington, D.C. to help the county figure out a countywide scholarship program. And one of the first things I admired about Lee Friedman was her strong tenacity for accountability, but also her passion to support Cleveland's young people. And ever since I got elected mayor, the first thing that Lee always asked me is, how can I help? How can I help? It's that kind of spirit, that kind of passion that's going to continue to leave a strong legacy in our city. And so on behalf of the roughly 390,000 residents of the great city of Cleveland, Ohio, I want to ask Lee to come on stage and present this special proclamation honoring your strong commitment to Cleveland's children and honoring your 14 years of transforming College Now. Congratulations, Lee. We appreciate it so much. Now I'll pass the baton to our county executive. Chris.
Thank you, Mayor, and hello, Mayor, Council President, and hello, Cleveland. Good to be with you tonight. I wish I could see you all through these lights, but it's good to see out there. I want to say, first of all, it's great to be Mayor in the greatest theater district in the land here at Playhouse Square. Give it up for our Playhouse Square partners and all those working the event tonight. Good choice, Lee Friedman. I also want to say, and I need to say this, with Dr. Michelle Scott Taylor being such a great succession plan of Lee Friedman's, she's also a trustee with Cuyahoga Arts and Culture. And I'd ask you to consider voting for issue 55, which supports arts and culture like this very place we are. Oh, and the mayor has one more?
Vote for the school.
That's a twofer, all right. I knew you were gonna say that, and well said. So, and actually the infusion, I won't go on too much about that, but the infusion of education in the arts, it is strong in this town like no other town, I think, in this country. I have a privilege of having a similar distinction with the mayor. I met Lee Friedman when I was working for the county, but it was in round one of my work for the county before I was elected county executive. Years ago, and you never know, people who their resume is so long, things on their resume drop off their resume because they've been doing so many good things for so long. It didn't even make my list tonight, but you were working and leading an organization called Cleanland. And there was literally a beautification program that 2 mayors prior, Mayor Michael R. White and you worked together on cleaning up this city. And I know my wife, Natalie Ronayne, appreciates it as a Metro Parks employee today. Our parks and our public spaces are just incredible in this town, but you led the way with Cleanland, which went into Parkworks, which became Land Studio. Thank you for that, Lee. I also had the pleasure to work with Lee when I was at the City of Cleveland as a planning director, and I remember her being with Downtown Cleveland Partnership, and I remember walking into your office, and you had this town. You just had it. There was, interestingly, a picture of what would be the Euclid Corridor above your desk, and it was right over your desk, and it was literally of what was right outside here with the lights shining up on the theaters. But you had so much to do with the build out of this downtown when you were with Downtown Cleveland Partnership, and literally began a process to build a neighborhood out of downtowns. So give it up to Lee for that. And then there was a period in her career where she led all leaders. She was the CEO of the Leadership Center and its prior name, and she was leading all the Leadership Cleveland classes, to which I happened to be in one of your classes during that time. Give it up for a lady who leads leaders. And then, of course, her biggest other passion, other than husband Joe Gogol, her other biggest passion, and her friends, are the students, as Mayor Bibb said. She continues to give back to the thousands of students in this town, and has really, frankly, given a gift that keeps on giving forward, because they've gone on to college with College Now, and because they've gone on to matriculate in their life as professionals in this community and throughout the nation. You've given so much of yourself. I truly say that you are a civic servant. You know civics. You know the community. You know the business community. You know the student community. You know the philanthropic community. And she is somebody who helps people navigate in this town. So, with that, if indulge me for a second while I step and get something. Now, I will say your husband, Joe, said, "What is that, an oar?" Well, actually it is, and I said to Joe, yes, it's going to hang in your living room or in Lee's future office. But this is the Navigator Award from Cuyahoga County, and because we pride ourselves on the waterways, as the mayor knows, from the Cuyahoga River to Great Lake Erie, it has a theme, but it also has two themes. Yes, it has a waterborne theme to it, but it also has a theme of somebody who actually helps people navigate through life. We've only given one other of these awards before. It was to John Corlett last year on his retirement. She is the first female to receive this award from the county, and actually, and I want to say hi to my counterpart, Councilman Purnell Jones, who's out there tonight, and Meredith Turner, County Council, two who I saw on the way in. But my wife Natalie has a knack for a quick wrap, so the ribbon that went on it when I brought it home just magically happened to match your wear, Lee. But this is, and I have a proclamation as well that names Lee Friedman our awardee of the County Navigator Award, because that's what she is. She navigates life for people who need her help in navigation, be it students, be it people all throughout this town. You've got a political knack like no other, and you've navigated my world since the Campbell administration forward, but you've always been a navigator in our town, so I'm proud to present to the first female awardee of the Cleveland Navigator Award. This is to Lee Friedman tonight. Thanks for navigating us. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you, Mayor Bibb and Commissioner Ronayne. When I stepped into the role of chair of College Now Board, it didn't take long for me to realize how influential Lee is, as just evidenced. But not only within the organization, but the entire community. Lee's deep awareness of the issues and challenges facing Cleveland is unmatched. In fact, I found myself having to dive deeper just to stay up to speed on current events to keep pace with her. But what I've learned in working closely with Lee over the past several years is that her leadership goes far beyond her visibility. She's built a strong and passionate team and has grown the organization in ways that will have a lasting impact. At her core, Lee is deeply committed to giving back to our community. Her unwavering dedication to making higher education accessible to all students has not only transformed lives, but will continue to shape the future of Cleveland for years to come. Lee, it's truly been an honor to work alongside you, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to introduce this short video which celebrates Lee's leadership and her legacy. Thank you.
I first was introduced to Lee early on in her tenure with College Now. What impressed me about her is her clarity of vision and purpose.
Every role she's ever had has, in essence, focused on making Greater Cleveland a better place to live and to work and to raise your family.
So when you involve yourself with Lee, you know that the results matter, the effort matters.
And she's just one of these people who will draw you into her world, her purpose, her passion. I think that's one of her superpowers.
Lee has always liked education, and she's always loved students. And so the two combined really make sense for Lee as a career.
She's collaborative with the other organizations in the city that are part of the ecosystem that's making education successful.
I think Lee's biggest strength comes from the community itself, because some of our best and brightest, most successful business leaders have been mentors to her.
And she's probably never met more than 1 or 2 pieces of salmon that she didn't like.
I remember the moment that Lee shared with me that she had made the decision to leave the Cleveland Leadership Center, her CEO role at College Now.
She told me, this is something that I have true passion for. This one sings to me. I know I can make a difference. Say yes to education was a bodacious goal at the time. And she knew that that would be a difference maker, not just for our young people, but for our community.
To be with her on stage in a high school when all of the students were being told that now their college education was going to be funded was just an incredibly exciting moment.
She raised the endowment from about $4 million to over $30 million.
She couldn't have possibly projected those numbers at the beginning, but it's quite an impressive accomplishment. And sometimes I just say, wow.
So she's turned that organization around in a very short time.
There are a few cities in America that have done this, not many.
She was able to recognize the ROI, the return on investment of education and what it would do for the community, for Cleveland.
What I see is a lot of young people returning to the city of Cleveland after graduating from college and making a difference in the city.
She would tell you one of the proudest things on her resume is positioning Michelle Scott Taylor as the next leader.
It's an analogy that goes to sports, but I think Lee will want to be remembered as someone who left it on the field.
She will decide what's next for her, her next chapter, and she will go at it with fervor, and she'll succeed.
She will not sit still, so physically, emotionally, mentally, or otherwise, so it won't be long before she's off to her next adventure.
Where does Lee go from here? Wow.
I am sure that she's not going to be one of these people who sits home in retirement and goes and reads books and, plays golf.
She's got places to go and things to do, but she's not out of ideas or passion for making a difference.
A lot of people say, well, we've lost a leader. It's, I don't believe that. Lee's going to be around, and Lee's going to continue to make an impact in whatever way Lee wants to make an impact, and I think that's great.
Lee, we love you, and we wish you the best.
I know that this is not a retirement in the traditional sense of the word. You're going to go out and change the world in some other way.
Thank you, Lee, for your leadership and your commitment to this community and for being a great friend.
Hopefully you can enjoy your grandkids and slow down a little bit.
You know that you are loved, you know that you are cared for, but what you have given to this community and to your friends is something that should and can never be forgotten.
We are extraordinarily proud of you, so very grateful for you and to you, and just can't wait to see what's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Taylor Goodman and Chandler Goodman.
Good evening. I'm Chandler Goodman, and this is my sister, Taylor Goodman. It's an honor to be here, and we appreciate you allowing us a few minutes of this tremendous event so that we could offer a few words about our mom as she closes a remarkable chapter of a remarkable career.
There's so much to say about our mom. It's challenging to keep it to just a few moments. But this event and its incredible growth over so many years is a perfect reflection of who she is. Our mom is a force of nature. And when she sets her sights on something, for a mission and city she loves, for her friends and family, and especially for her kids and grandkids, you better believe it's gonna happen. They say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And well, our mom loves shopping for purses. And look where we're at.
When our mom's retirement from college now was announced earlier this year, it was incredible to see the number of people that took notice and the outpouring of gratitude for her contributions throughout her career. While Taylor and I see the same immense record of accomplishment as you all, our view on her success will always be our own, and we are uniquely aware of the long odds she faced and the obstacles she's overcome. Few here know or remember that when I was born, our mom left the workforce entirely for several years. When she came back to work, she could have come back with reduced ambition. But in a way that only she could, when she did relaunch her career, her first job back was as a CEO. To see her impact at Cleanland, Ohio, the Downtown Cleveland Partnership, the Cleveland Leadership Center, and now here at College Now, like all of you, we are more than impressed. But to know what was required of her as she juggled her roles as an executive and her role as a mom is to only be further blown away. When people ask, I always tell them that only Taylor and I know our mom's most remarkable career accomplishment, that she achieved all of this while working a full-time second job, calling us both every 15 minutes.
As kids, Chandler and I were always proud when we saw the signs next to trees that said, "Planted by Cleanland, Ohio," or when we'd attend the holiday lighting ceremonies she helped orchestrate on Public Square. We're, of course, proud to see news articles that highlight what an incredible leader she's been, awards recognizing her impact on the city of Cleveland, and meeting board members and partners who always share such kind words about their experiences with her over so many years. But most of all, we're proudest when we meet her staff and the dozens of mentees whose careers she's helped cultivate at College Now and around the city, who've become part of our extended family. Because in their stories of her devotion, tireless advocacy, and yes, frequent phone calls, we truly see the woman who raised us. So please, join us in congratulating our mom, Lee Friedman, as she receives this much-deserved night of recognition.
Okay, whose idea was it for me to speak after my children? Wow, what a night. Not something I really envisioned. 45 years ago, I can tell you that. Mayor Bibb, County Executive, Ronayne, thank you for being here, for being so supportive of me personally, of our work, for your beautiful words, and for the beautiful award, Chris. So thank you. I'd also like to recognize Mayor Frank G. Jackson, the longest-serving mayor in the city of Cleveland, and our council president, Blaine Griffin. I know there's some other elected officials here tonight, and I'm very grateful. I've known many of you for so many years. You've been wonderful partners and wonderful friends, and you truly are the backbone of our community. Thank you for your service. Thank you. And this night has been made possible, obviously, because of all of the donors and sponsors in the room. I want a special shout out to KeyBank, who is our presenting sponsor, has been for many years, and who are here in force tonight, along with the KeyBank alumni, many of whom are here, which I love that too. There are lots of other sponsors and donors. I hope you'll take a minute in your program to look and see all the people that have made this night possible financially. We are so grateful. We know you have choices of how you invest your philanthropic dollars, and we're so happy you do it with us. And deepest thanks to our event co-chairs, Stephanie Antunes, Suzanne Boutros, Judy Imbrescia, and Sally Stewart. They have been with this event for years. It is a heavy lift, which you will see behind the curtain in a little bit. But I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. Also, thank you to our development team superstars, Kitty Warshawski and Jess Vitale, and community leaders, Carrie Carpenter and Angie Iannero, who have made this night a success. And special shout out to my dear friend for 45 years, Russell Trousseau, for garnering the donation of the premium handbag collection, including this beautiful orange Birkin bag tonight for our auction. Thank you, Russell. Tonight's been a night of almost uncomfortable accolades. I'm so touched, humbled, grateful, but I have not done this in any way, shape, or form by myself, not even close. And I want to really thank the College Now board and the staff for your dedication, your hard work, your support of me when I came in and had this vision for this organization. Thank you. You are unparalleled in your devotion, and you truly are the dream team. Michelle, I remember 14 years ago when you told me you wanted to be the CEO, and I didn't laugh at it. I took it seriously, and I couldn't be more proud. You, Alenka Winslet, who I call our secret sauce, the entire team and this board are so well positioned, and I know you will soar. I would like the College Now board and staff please stand tonight to be recognized. College Now was founded in 1967 to help Cleveland Public Schools students with college tuition. Since our inception, we have distributed over $111 million in scholarships. And now, with our Say Yes to Education program, that number will grow every single year. Thank you to those donors and Diane Downing for her leadership with that as well. This success has also not happened without unprecedented philanthropic support. Over my career, I have stood on the shoulders of an unbelievable base. Thank you to our foundations, our corporations, our government agencies, and our individual donors. Also, thank you to our partners. College Now in particular works closely with some important educational institutions, and I would like to call them out. The Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Cuyahoga Community College, Cleveland State University, CASE, Say Yes to Education, and the Greater Cleveland Career Consortium. I am honored so many of you are here tonight. You are just absolutely best of class collaborators. I also want to thank my colleagues from the not-for-profit and civic community that are here tonight. I have been proud to work side by side with you. You have become my friends, We have done so much together for decades. Thank you for being here tonight. And finally, last but not least, to my family, to my husband, Joe, my kids, my entire family. They're all here tonight. Wave your hands. And my dearest friends who are here with me. My dad had a saying. He always said, the biggest gift you can have is to have friends that are like family and family who are like friends. And I have a lot of gifts, and you all are my rock. Serving as CEO of College Now during this period of growth and impact has truly been the role of a lifetime. Our focus every day is to help everyone in the community achieve their educational and then their career goals. And as it happens, this effort is directly related to the long-term health of our businesses and our regional economy. We need to succeed. 52% of the jobs in the state of Ohio require a four-year degree. Another 17% require a post-secondary credential of some sort or a two-year degree. We aren't that close to achieving those numbers in the state of Ohio, so it's really important that we are intentional about reaching that goal if we want to compete. And the work is not always easy. One of the biggest challenges is that the students we serve, many of whom are low-income, Pell-eligible students, don't come from families that know a lot about college. And their completion rates of once they do matriculate are much lower than from middle and higher income families. And there are many factors that affect those statistics. The college experience can feel profoundly unfamiliar and overwhelming. And I will never forget this story. About 10 years ago, we had a student from the Cleveland Public Schools that went to Harvard. Helen, you'll remember this. And he was really struggling. We met with him. And you know what he told us? He was afraid to talk in class. He was afraid to meet with his peers in a study group. He was afraid to go to faculty office hours because he was afraid he would be seen as inadequate or an imposter. That's a tough thing. That is a tough thing. And yet what we know is that the exact things that get you to college completion is having those set of supports: family, friends, peers, faculty, advisors. So 13 years ago, we set out to improve those numbers for the students that we serve. And we developed this mentoring program. Tonight, we are here to celebrate this program. Since 2011, 4,500 students and 4,500 mentors have participated in this program. And I am proud to announce that our on-time graduation rate has improved to 67% for this set of low-income students against the national average of 42%. And that is something to celebrate. As I reflect on my career, I've thought quite a bit about mentoring and the importance of lifting others up. Tonight, I want to call out and thank the individuals who lifted me up. This group of men and women have been with me in the best of times and in the most difficult of times. I came back to Cleveland to work in 1980 from Washington with the hope of participating in the rebirth of our great city. There were not a lot of people in my background at the Union Club or in the Red Room at City Hall. Actually, almost nobody. But fortunately for me, no journey is traveled alone. First, thank you to the men. I call them the male feminists. You gave me opportunity, you took risks, and you supported me even though I truly had very little experience. And to the women, the glass ceiling breakers. Though you were few in number, at the time, you carried as you climbed. You were frank, you were steadfast, you were loving, and you still are. Thank you for breaking barriers and showing me and so many others what's possible. Many of you are here tonight from that group, and that means the world to me. Here's the point. Lifting up others matter. It mattered to my future. It matters to our scholars' future, and it matters to our collective future. I hope you will consider becoming a College Now mentor and signing up. It's a lifeline and a lasting gift for our students. Many of you have also honored me by supporting the fund College Now has set up in my name to help with college students' emergency needs. These are needs that cannot be funded with scholarship dollars: medical, health, food, car problems, you name it. These gifts can and will make the critical difference in a student's life. I am humbled by your generosity, by your willingness to be here to celebrate and support me and College Now. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. I love you. How about Michelle?
Wait, you want to stay? Wait, you want to stay up here so we can do it together? Yes. Okay, the reason why you are all here. Well, first, Lee, thank you so much for your leadership. I hope you all recognize how much she means to us. We love Lee. We love you, we love you, we love you. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. So just a few housekeeping tips. Our silent auction closes at 7:30. Each of you were sent text messages with a link to the silent auction website, and we invite you to bid on the various handbags and bourbon packages directly from the website. If you have any questions on how to bid from your phone, please visit our help desk located right here in the orchestra pit. We also know how precious your cell phones are and batteries, and so if you need to charge your phone, there are charging stations all around. Please feel free to find our wonderful staff who will be more than happy to help you keep your phone charged so you do not miss out on that bid. Okay, we have ramps and stairs on both sides of the stage to my left and my right. Finally, if you have any questions or need any assistance during the event, please find a College Now staff person. They're wearing purple, our colors. They're happy to help you in any way. And with that, and I can't believe they let me do this, welcome to Bags and Bourbon.